Hello everyone, my name is Kyle, aka Racing Boy Short, and the NASCAR season's about to get started up, so I thought I'd go through each race team in the NASCAR Cup Series and give a preview on what I think they should be doing in 2025, and maybe take a quick look back on what they were able to accomplish in 2024, and go over the changes at each race team. Today I wanted to take a look at Spire Motorsports. Spire Motorsports, one of the up-and-coming race teams in the NASCAR Cup Series and in NASCAR overall, as they have developed a truck series program. They are becoming a big staple in NASCAR. They're making noise, they're making connections, and they're becoming bigger and bigger and better every day. But going into the 2025 season, there is a little bit of a revamp when it comes to two of these race teams. I said two of these race teams. That third race team, the driver of the number 77, Carson Hocevar, no changes when it comes to the driver and the crew chief. But let's take a look at the number 7, which will be driven this season by Justin Haley, with the new crew chief, the superstar crew chief, you can say, of Rodney Childress. Justin Haley, of course, took over the 7 near the end of last season, as him and Corey LaJoie pretty much switched rides at the end of last season. But pairing up Justin Haley with Rodney, I think that's a match made in heaven. I'm very excited to see what they're able to do in that number 7 car. Like I said, Spire have a lot of drive to get better and better, and Justin Haley, to me, he's a proven driver. He's very consistent. He stays out of trouble, but he's yet to get that opportunity in a great ride, and I think this could be his best opportunity yet. Well, last year, the number 7 didn't really have a very good year, finishing 32nd in owner points. I'm going by owner points because this ride was shared by LaJoie and Haley. I'd say last year was a huge disappointment, and that's why we saw the change to Haley near the end of the year. Because I'd say the year before, LaJoie had a really good 2023. I was very impressed by his season in 2023. I think that was even one of my 2024 season predictions, that Corey LaJoie would win a race and be even more competitive. And he honestly took a step back last season. It was very disappointing to see. And looks like next season he's not even racing in the Cup Series, which is very unfortunate. Like I said, Spire has that drive to get better and better, and I think they want to take a big step up with the number 7 and the number 71. I'll get to the number 71 in a minute. I think they want to take a big step up with their race team. So I'd say a really good goal for the number 7 wouldn't necessarily be making the playoffs or even getting a victory, unless it's maybe a super speedway or a road course. I'd say the goal for the number 7 team is to get top 25 in points. Haley is more than talented enough to get top 25 in points, but it really just depends on how him and Rodney are able to really get along, and how the chemistry with the overall race team is able to go, and how Spire and their connections are able to find potentially more speed in 2025. But it's going to be a lot of the same message when it comes to the number 71, which has also gone through a bunch of changes with Michael McDowell, a veteran driver. I remember that he was the first big domino to fall in silly season last year. A very surprising domino as well. I don't think a lot of people, including myself, were expecting him to leave Front Row Motorsports, and one day I woke up and boom, Michael McDowell has signed with Spire Motorsports for 2025. And he's also bringing his crew chief along of Travis Peterson. These two are a great combination. So I would expect a little bit more immediate success for the 71 than I'd say for the number 7. Last year, Zane Smith struggled mightily in that number 71 car for the first half of the season, but in the second half of the year, I began to see a lot of speed coming out of that number 71. Not like top 10 speed or anything like that, but throughout most of the year, I'd say Zane Smith was the third best driver at Spire, but by the end of the year, he was the second best driver, ended up finishing 30th in points. So things are looking up when it comes to the number 71 car. So I'd say the number 71 car, driven by Michael McDowell, since he's also bringing his crew chief that he has great chemistry with, I'd say the goal for them is probably get top 20 in points. And I know for a fact Michael McDowell's goal is to get a victory this season as well, as any driver is going into the season. But Michael McDowell has a great shot of getting a victory this season, as he's a fantastic super speedway racer and a fantastic road course racer. But now let's move on to the cream of the crop over at Spire Motorsports, Carson Hocevar. Carson Hocevar had a fantastic rookie year, was very impressive throughout the year. He got 22nd in points and 6 top 10s. A great rookie campaign from Carson Hocevar. There is no changes with him or the crew chief. Carson Hocevar had a great rookie campaign, getting 21st in points and 6 top 10s. A fantastic rookie season. I was very impressed by what he was able to accomplish last year. Was actually competing for top 5s and had top 3, almost winning pace at points last season. I was so impressed on what he was able to do in his rookie season. And I'd say the overall goal for that race team this season is to get a victory and get into the playoffs. And I'd say another goal also for Hocevar potentially maybe is stop ruffling feathers so much, because he makes a lot of people very upset in the garage with how he races. I like the way he races. He's very aggressive, but sometimes he can be overly aggressive in unnecessary situations. But I think with Carson Hocevar already being a very aggressive race car driver coming into the Cup Series as a rookie, and then also seeing how a lot of the Cup Series veterans race nowadays, I think he just kind of took it up a whole nother level in his rookie season, and hopefully he takes it back a little bit. I still want him to be very aggressive, because you need to be aggressive with these cars, and you need to be aggressive if you want to win races, unless you're just by far the fastest car out there. But right now, I'd say he's made an enemy of almost every driver in the Cup Series, and at the end of the day, you can't have all those enemies. All right, so I expect and hope to see Spire take that next step forward in 2025. Like I said, they have a lot of drive. They have a lot of passion for NASCAR and for racing. I'm very impressed in what they've been able to accomplish in just such a short time, because they've been around for a while. Spire has been around for a little while at this point, but over the last 2 or 3 years, they've just made so much progress as a race team. Next week, I plan on releasing predictions for the 2025 season. I'm laughing because last year I made predictions and they were bad. They were really bad. I missed on a lot of predictions. Like, I think one of my bold predictions was Bubba Wallace going to the championship 4. But I appreciate anybody tuning into this video. Check out my other team preview videos here on my channel. Also, I go live every Monday here on the channel with the Hit the Pacecar podcast, live every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Just be aware there is cussing, there's jokes. It's meant to be comedic informative. It's kind of like Pat McAfee, not copy and paste. I made a separate video if you want to check that out and learn more information about that show and my other live shows. Like next weekend, I'm going to have the Car on the Hauler post-race live here on the channel, 30 minutes to an hour post-race of the Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium. Should be a very interesting race. Also here on the channel on Monday before the Clash, you're potentially already seeing this after Monday before the Clash, I'll have a preview for Bowman Gray Stadium on who my pick is to win and how I think the overall events are going to go, and breaking down the segments in the race. But that'll do it for me. My name is Kyle, aka Racing Boy Short, saying peace.